Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston. Chapter 4, The Early Milesian Kings. The love story of Ailill. Is that how you pronounce it instead of Ailill? It happened that the king had a brother named Ailill, who, on seeing Ailill, was so smitten with her beauty that he fell sick of the intensity of his passion and wasted almost to death. While he was in this condition, yet he had to make a royal progress through Ireland. It's like, dude, stop masturbating so much and get some work done. He left his brother, the cause of whose malady none suspected, in Ailill's case, bidding her to do what she could do for him, and if he died, to bury him with due ceremonies, and erect an ogham stone above his grave. Ogham letters, which were composed of straight lines arranged in certain order about the excess formed by the edge of a squared pillared stone, were used for sepulchral inscriptions and writing, generally before the introduction of the Roman alphabet in Ireland. Ailill goes to visit the brother. She inquires the cause of his illness. He speaks to her in enigmas, but at last, moved beyond control by her tenderness, he breaks out in an avowal of his passion. His description of the yearning of hopeless love is a lyric of extraordinary intensity. It is closer than the skin, he cries. It is like a battle with a spectre. It overwhelms like a flood. It is a weapon under the sea. It is a passion for an echo. By weapon under the sea, the poet means that love is like one of the secret treasures of the fairy folk in the kingdom of Manannan, as wonderful and as unattainable. Well, perhaps by expressing this, he'll be able to stop masturbating so much, but Ailill is now in some perplexity, but she decides, with a kind of naive good nature, that although she is not in the least in love with Ailill, she cannot see a man die of longing for her, and she promises to be his. Possibly, we're to understand here that she was prompted by the fairy nature, ignorant of good and evil, and alive only to pleasure and to suffering. Yeah, that's sort of demonizing the fairies, but it must be said, however, that in the Irish myths, in general this, as we may call it, fairy view of mortality, is the one generally prevalent among the Nanans and mortals, both alike. Strike one as mortally irresponsible. Ailill now arranges a tryst that Ailill in a house outside of Tara, for she will not do what she calls her glorious crime in the king's palace. But Ailill, on the eve of the appointed day, falls into a profound slumber and misses his appointment. A being in his shape does, however, come to Ailill, but merely to speak coldly and sorrowfully of his malady, and departs again. When the two meet once more, the situation is altogether changed. In Ailill's enchanted sleep, his unholy passion for the queen has passed entirely away. Ailill, on the other hand, becomes aware that behind the visible events there are mysteries which she does not understand. And I tend to hold back, I express my spiritual poetry and stuff that's even written years before someone encounters it. Sometimes a woman thinks, oh, it's about me. It's like, you see that it's dated from years ago, right? But nowadays you can, just name any just name every other rapper, and the vulgarity in the poems can, and it's like when you're listening to Deftone music, and it's like, Is he killing her, or is he or is he raping her, or is he just being passionate about the way he's explaining it, or what's going on here? Even that is interpreted as romantic nowadays, but back in the day.